We do know that we are a little selenium deficient in our soil here in our part of Texas. So we are going to be putting out these blocks.
Go by. Away. There. Shh. Shh, shh, shh. Watch her. Easy. Down. Okay, so here we are. We went and found some selenium blocks, and everyone's going to town on them. Of course, blocks are a little bit harder for them to ingest larger quantities because they've got to lick a lot compared to just like scooping a loose mineral. See their little tongues. And there'll be little grooves on each block. We put 4 of them out over there and down this way. And the little dwarf is fighting with one of the Spanish. Not being nice. But very tasty. They'll be drinking lots of water here soon. Lick, 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 lick. That's Cookies. She's gonna lick too. And we got the nice holders for them so they're not on the ground and in the dirt and in the poop. And it has little holes drilled in there so that water doesn't pool and ruin the block. She's going to, she's biting it.
Biting it.
That's Stephanie. Mmm, tasty. Sue, move. Oh, yeah, Stephanie. Selenium is just an important mineral that is usually pretty low in most pastures. And so it's really important to provide an extra source of selenium. And apparently the dog also would like some selenium. So each block was about $13. And the holder was also about $13, which hopefully the holders don't turn into toys for the guard dogs and they can be used for several years. And so about overall, each set is about $30, right under $30, $25, $30 for one block and one holder. And I'm expecting, the block to last a minute, as long as Stephanie's not over here powing down each one with her little gremlin teeth, as you see. But they're gonna want to eat more of it since we just put it out, and then it'll become more of a lick a little here and there over time. But right now it's a new thing, so they're all excited and wanting to eat a lot of it. And so we've got about 100 nannies in here. We'll see how fast they'll go through 4 blocks or what kind of dent they do. But again, the blocks are gonna last a lot longer than a loose mineral because they've got to work for it versus, okay. They've got to work for it versus like a loose mineral where they can just take a mouthful or two and move on. But I guess if you're Stephanie and you're over here grinding your teeth down on it, you make your own loose mineral. She has a DIY.
All right, so you saw our bought mineral holder. Another cheap alternative would be just an old tire rim. These are old aluminum wheels that came off the Ranger. So yeah, got it out here for the sheep. I just gave them some alfalfa pellets.
The new gang.
Yeah, we got about 11 lambs, 10 lambs, I think.
This is the last one born right here, the little black and white. That's his mama. They're having a little late breakfast, early lunch.
He's having some lunch or breakfast right now. Look at him.
Yeah, look at him going to town.
Who's that?
That's Tilly. Why? What about
She came to check out the block. She's like, hold on, I'm gonna go give me some alfalfa.
Yeah, we just put this out, but this is balling on a budget because those things are $14, and you know,
that's the price of a block.
That's the price of a block, and most of the time you can find a rim for free, an old banged up rim. People will just give them away. So that's a great alternative, and it has the holes in it, so that it'll drain water off of it, keeps it off the ground, so that no dirt and poop get on it. So really, that it's just as good, and honestly better, because it is metal and won't break like a piece of plastic. So definitely the rims are a great alternative. We just wanted to see how the plastic ones do and how long they last us. The llamas are over here with the sheep because the sheep hate the dogs and they'd run away from the dogs, and so we only bring certain dogs over here so they get to hang out with the llamas. They love the llamas. Bobo's over here really chewing. Oh wow, Bobo. You can see his big set of teeth. He's lost his first set because he's a year. He was a year in September, so he's a year and a half now. And then we have Q-Tip. You can guess why her name's Q-Tip. And then, of course, Blue Eyes White Dragon.
So we do have selenium in our loose mineral. It's only about 50 parts per million in our loose mineral.
Right there.
This block has 90 parts per million. Yeah, they got to work a little harder to get it. You can see that lamb. It's crazy, you know, that lamb's probably only like 2 weeks old, if that, and they're already licking on that mineral. So that's how important it is to keep that stuff out. But we do know that we are a little selenium deficient in our soil here in our part of Texas. So we are going to be putting out these blocks. It was kind of hard to find them. Tractor Supply said that they could order us 3 at a time. Then we went to a Tractor Supply down in Brownwood and we found them.
A whole pallet of them, so we bought 20.
We bought 20 of them, and then our local feed stores to see if they can get some too. But we're definitely going to start keeping these out year round for them. I mean, $13, and it has all the same mineral that's in the dang loose mineral, but...
And that can get rained on too. So yeah, it's a great alternative if we're having a week or 2 of rain and we have to pull up the loose mineral so it doesn't become a mud hole or a rock. So again, touching on these lambs and kids as well, they eat dirt. They love eating dirt. If you watch a set of kids or lambs, they lick the ground and will eat dirt. So it's so important to have the mineral out here.
I saw that baby eat some.
Yeah, he was eating that mineral. Of course, they're still going to eat dirt. That's just, they're babies. They don't know any better. That is not his mother. But Gertrude is a saint, so she'll just tell him no, like that. I love Gertie. This is actually Gertie's daughter right here. And she just had a baby. Look. So I have 3 generations of Gertrudes. I think that's him right there.
We're gonna go ahead and switch over to a smaller trough in the wintertime, or when we know a freeze is coming, we'll switch over to a big trough like this one, so we can bust the ice on it easier, and it holds a little bit more water, and we can turn the water off down to all the spigots to prevent any freezing. So this water needed to be cleaned out anyway. So that's another beautiful thing, is if when you use these smaller ones and you're going to clean it out, you're not having a big mud pile like that. You're, instead of 50 gallons, you're only going to have about 10 or 15 gallons. You can scrub it out and then, you know, go ahead and replace it and do what you need to do. So yeah, that's what we're doing here, switching over to small ones, less evaporation, easier to clean. Like I said, we just use those bigger ones in the colder weather, so we've got something to bust and let it have some backup water, if you would.
This is my yard.
So
I put down a whole bunch of horse manure from the pen, and then I spread it out, and then I put some seed down because we had a very patchy, grassy yard, and so this corner was very anti-grass because the soil was really sandy and just crappy. So I put down this manure, and hopefully now I have grass. And if I don't, then I guess I'm just gonna get 12 loads of rock and have a rock yard because this is 5 years of
drought
and less grass than I would prefer. So.
Well, she had put all this horse manure out, and then within a week or a couple of days, it was already growing some grass. So even without the seed,
Interesting.
Hopefully we see some results. So this is the downside to keeping loose mineral out. A lot of the minerals that you can get usually have like a rain guard on them. But last night, according to the Weather Channel, or the weather app, we were supposed to have like an 1.5 inch storm cell came out of nowhere, and projected 1.5 inches between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. It says we only got 0.6, but we'll check a rain gauge and see exactly what we got. Looks like we got quite a bit, but just the downside to it, you got to drain it out and let the sun take care of the rest. And try not to lose too much of it, because this stuff's pretty expensive. And then let the sun take care of that. Tyler's already got most of that one out. And then we got most of these other ones drained out.
Just like with the rim, there's no water down there because underneath you can see there's some holes, so it doesn't hold water
and deteriorate the block even faster. But yeah, the girls are about to go into their kidding pasture. They're up there eating some hay that we rolled out. Cleared a bunch of land over here and burned a bunch, and now we're just trying to cover up this rocky soil area with hay. We've been rolling hay in here all winter.
We went ahead and came down here with our blocks just so that they're in 2 different locations, so the goats don't get lazy, or if they don't want to go to the top right now because all the good green grass and all that's up there is hay. They don't really want hay. They'd much rather eat this grass that's growing out here right there. So we put some selenium blocks down here, and there's this mineral down here, so they don't have to travel very far. It's always in 2 different spots, so that way they have access to it without us worrying about them having to go to the top or to the bottom.